Nah, not DBD. If anything, if I wasn't able to get this set up in time, I would have played Mega Bonk instead. Or Halo Infinite. I actually played a couple of matches over the weekend. I was bored out of my mind. Because everybody plays in the exact same way now. So I'm probably not coming back for the Halloween event either. I think I need more time away from that game, I think, in order to have fun with it again. Anyway, we can get started. You know what? I might put a different back for now. It's kind of fitting because it's Doom, but it's not really fitting because it's a Doom 64 Code of Pain. Why did I click off of that? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. I did make sure I had the latest versions. Speaking of which, old versions go in the old versions folder. So while it does open up like this, as you can see, the spinning Lost Soul head is the Doom 64 head. Forehead.
This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Hello, Death. D-Death 6, Cool Death 6, Slow Death 6, Wowie Death 6, Pow Death 6, Rage Death 6, 1.
Hey, Lepertic. So yeah, I kind of decided to use the, there is a PSX Doom 64 CE add-on for this that basically just makes it so that, you can play PlayStation Doom and Final PlayStation Doom CE with the Doom 64 aesthetic. I originally wasn't going to do that, but then I figured, you know what, it's October. Evil Unleashed is the first Doom. And obviously, these are all of the different names for Doom 64, but it's pretty much the same. Technically, this is not the hardest difficulty. Hardcore is. But this is, like, still very close to that difficulty. Story so far, you're a Marine, one of Earth's toughest, hardened in combat, and trained for action. You know what? We have read this before. I'll just leave it up for a few seconds and then we can start. If you actually want to read this, you can pause the VOD.
Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey.
And thank you for the 100 bits, Lepertic. You know what? I did kind of forget to set my spooky emotes, but here's the thing about that. I am not coining this month as the month of horrors. Because I don't know how October's going to be. October might be a bit rough, like September. Thankfully, it wasn't, but could have been. Well, the thing about that is, I did have a nice weekend off, but my credit card did not get... Oh. Thank you for the gift sub, Looney. I appreciate it. But yeah, the thing with, I mentioned before, I had to put in for a new credit card because there was a suspicious charge on my account. They still have not sent it. Or they sent it, but it's lost in the mail potentially a second time. I have this recurring problem with them always sending it to the wrong address because Google Earth is a piece of shit. And that's what everybody uses now. I even told them specifically to deliver it to the address as stated and not to the other one. And what do? They potentially sent it to the wrong address again. So, if it doesn't... After I made the correction, if it doesn't get here by the end of the week, then I have to look for a new bank. Thankfully, my money's not in that bank. It's in a credit union, but... And as you can see, they did, in fact, change the sprite of the chain gunner to the unseen evil sprite. Which, I've been told. But thankfully that carried over to this mod extension as well. Alright.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you
Thank you for the
strength.
additional 100 bits,
Help you on
Critic.
your journey.
Again, I appreciate it. I also have another functional credit card, but I usually like having two. Because I use them for different things. As you can see, this is the PlayStation Doom layout. This is not regular E1M1. And you know what, too? Like, this is still kind of like PlayStation Doom's lighting. But it goes really well with Doom 64.
It's a gift. Take it.
And again with the 100 bits. Always appreciate it, thank you. There was... And thank you for... Why are you all being so generous today? Very, very much appreciated, but... Is it the hype train? Because I forgot I even kept that on. But always appreciated. Now again, with this mod, if you want, notice how my movement's different? I mean, I haven't played this in a while, so I should probably point it out. This mod does take a bit of liberties with how the game normally functions. especially when it was actually on the Sony PlayStation. It takes a lot of liberties there. You can turn a lot of this stuff off if you want to, and have it feel more vanilla. However, probably not recommended on Doomslayer difficulty because all of the enemies move faster in this difficulty. So it's actually a very good idea to keep the better movement on. However, I don't really think you need to have the free look on if you don't want it on. Not really necessary. I just like having it on because it's quality of life to me.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey.
And again, thank you for the additional 100 biddies. I appreciate it. I don't think I need the thing up there. Yeah, the pinkies on this difficulty are a lot scarier. Because they're all on crack. I played up to here while I was testing it just to make sure that it worked. Yeah, again, like, this type of lighting's not really in Doom 64, but it looks really good. Like, it fits, funny enough. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? One thing that I want to do, because I just remembered. Might be under display options. Texture options, maybe? I wonder if it has that setting where, like, the background fire, when that appears, you can make it, like... Do they have the partially invisible imp on this game? I don't know if, I don't remember if PlayStation Doom has those enemies. They could have actually been added in CE, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. Well, I think from, like, the default difficulties, I think just have the regular enemy placements. Doomslayer difficulty is a little different. If I wasn't playing with the Doom 64 Code of Pain, it'd be called Ultra Nightmare, but I don't think anything really has changed other than that. Bloom effect. Yeah, I don't see that option here that I remember I had. I kind of found that by accident as well. You know what? My mic is actually not that close to my face. Linear skies? sky render mode, capped normal stretch. See here, stereo 3D VR. Oh. That's interesting. GZ Doom is set up for VR. Natively. I thought you had to download a mod for that. Yeah, sorry that I'm, like, looking at these for so long. I just wanted to see if there was maybe a way that I could change the, like, the fire skybox to how it looked, to how I got it to look in, Doom 64 CE, but I don't think there is an option for that here. Yeah, I don't see it. It wouldn't be in gameplay options, I don't think. Yes, I'll stop looking. It's fine, it's just like a little aesthetic thing that I like. I could check my video to where I actually set it. Because that's where it probably is. Hold on. I'm gonna check my old VOD real quick. Come in. Doom 64 CE. It would be in the first video. It was right when I was doing... Okay, that's the first level. The sprite's actually different on the shotgun, I've noticed. The shotgun is shorter in this mod. Special effects features. Yeah, this is... that option's not in, maybe features? Special effects features. Oh, okay, so it is in this mod. GZ Dooms should be disabled. Nah. Does not have any effect when using this mod. Alright, special effects features. Only effective at... alright. You know what? Did I forgot if I turned those on. New explosion features. Blood spurts. You know what? It's Halloween. Maybe we should do that. Squish effect. Enable squishy flesh when corpse is crushed. Decals or sprites. I get... well, yeah, let's just leave that as is. Oh wait, enhanced fire sky effect? Yeah, turn that on too. And... alright, so they should be activated now. If not, they'll activate on the next level. We don't see him here. Oh wait, we did. We're seeing some of the ones we we're seeing some of the ones we enabled. Yeah, I've noticed this shotgun sprite is actually a little different than it is in Doom 64. It's not as long. I'm curious why they did that. This looks the same, but I'm not sure. This might be a little flattened as well. I almost feel like it should be darker. I'm not sure if I want to do that, though. There's always one secret I end up missing in this level. Hey, Andrew. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing pretty good today. Well, besides, I already talked about it earlier. I won't go too deep into it, but, long story short, might be looking for a new credit card soon, entirely. Because banks suck. Oh yeah, I'm actually very much enjoying these settings. Got hit by a car on Tuesday? Jesus. Hope you recover as swiftly and as painlessly as you possibly can. Because that's rough. Has a very distinctive look to this game. Oh, hey, look at the sky. I've never actually seen this before because there wasn't a sky like this in like actual Doom 64. That actually looks really cool. Again, it is kind of funny that, like, the sky like this, or at least when I was, playing, like, actual Doom 64 CE, With how the sky looks here, you would think that this was the effect that they would use on, like, on the actual N64 version, but no, it's actually sprite-based. It was actually sprite-based. 12 Stitches, Limp, Pimpcake. I'm extra cautious when I'm on the road myself. Whether or not I am driving. Jesus. You know, I can't really tell if these... If all of these... Like, I know these are Doom 64 textures. I don't remember if these are or not. But if they're combining, PlayStation Doom textures with Doom 64 textures, there is a slight difference between PlayStation Doom and Classic Doom when it comes to the textures as well, but... But if they're actually combining the two, they're doing a pretty good job of it. Yeah, that secret I have committed to memory now. Yeah, we can go that way, but I want to get the last secret in this level before I take the secret exit. Holy shit. You know, I think I turned all these settings on when I played Doom 64 CE because everything here looks particularly gory. Like how it was when I played last time. Oh. Yeah, not hitting that. You would think this would feel weird. You would think this would feel weird playing the classic levels in the Doom 64 aesthetic, but it really hasn't, especially since I've done it multiple times already. Okay, so we're ready for... Ready for E1M9. Which won't be called E1M9. Holy bullet hell. Jesus. Yeah, like I said, enemies are not only sped up, they're, the projectiles are also sped up. Yeah, it really does. This is actually fitting even better than I thought it would. You know what, though? I might see if I can make my HUD a bit bigger, because it looks a little small. Might be a little hard to see. Scaling, I think? Whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit, that's freaky. Lowest pot... Wait, how does this look? Huh, you know what? Almost like... I'm not keeping it like this, but this looks interesting. Looks like I'm actually playing it on the console. You can actually play it in a, There. So at least the, wait. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it looks slightly bigger with that. Yeah, I'd rather keep it high quality. But that was, like, a little nostalgic there. Oh, and hey, Morellos. Sounds awful, at least she escaped. This looks fantastic. Supposed to look crunchy. I think... It's... Nah, that's not right there. I know there's like a corner you go to that's a secret. That might be where you find the super shotgun, but I forgot. Oh, they don't teleport in. I don't need to get that right now. That looks cool. I don't think I put the setting on before. I still like it though. Oh, there it is. Right here. No, you get the chain gun here. I forget where you get the super shotgun. I didn't miss it, did I? Any favorite Doom Total conversions? Golden Souls 2. I had to think about that for a second because I haven't really thought about it in a while. Go to my PlayStation Doom run. Kako's not here to guide me. Yeah, in my original run. It might have changed it so you don't get the super shotgun in Doomslayer difficulty. Between the episodes, not the, he used to. Like, the helmet... Fit these levels onto... I don't think you get it until later. Because I'm not using it yet. Yeah, I don't think you get it until... Because I know you can get it in the regular Doom levels in PlayStation Doom. But I don't seem to be using it here. Nope, no wiki. Otherwise, I would be using it. I think it's probably one of the PlayStation exclusive levels. I should play the Ashes series, I just don't have enough time. In fact, I'm debating if I wanted to go more variety heavy like I have been, or... Holy shit. Calm the fuck down. Holy hell. You know what? Hang on. I actually did forget to save. So, have to start this over again. I say I don't have that much time, and what do? I waste a ton of it. There's an actual delay on that. Okay, so we're gonna be in a bit of a speed run. Up until we get to where we died. Among the final Doomer... Shit ton of loss. Among the final Doomer weapon packs, what is your favorite overall you felt? Man, it's hard to say because I haven't played it in a little while. Oh, wait, you know what? Solely because of one weapon, I think it's the Back to Saturn X weapon pack. Because it replaced the super shotgun with that whirly gun thing from Minority Report. That was like an insanely cool weapon in that movie. And they made it even more cool in that mod, so... I'm actually gonna see if I can hit him with a... There we go. Can do that since I knew he was there this time. The funny thing is, I think I used that weapon pack twice. I used it for, and I think I only used it for Back to Saturn X, because I used it for the first and the second map pack, the sequel to it as well. Holy shit. There goes half my health. Well, it wasn't so much that he was impersonating Schwarzenegger with it. That's literally how Tom Cruise used it in the movie Minority Report, by doing the flip. That's how I remember that it's from Minority Report, because of how Doom Guy reloads it. They're finding it a bit hard to get down those stairs. Chunky. Remember Minority Report for the cars going up the roads and the side of the buildings? The cool hologram board thing. You know what's funny too? I remember with that movie, that's how I thought they were gonna go with cars. Like, have like a rail system where they can go super fast, but there is no room for human error there. And they're kind of like, that's how I thought self-driving cars were going to be. I thought they were going to, like, redesign the roads for, like... Because that felt more feasible. That felt more feasible than, how they're trying to do it right now. And, like, when you have to get off the road and have it drive yourself, it would automatically go into that mode. Not even my favorite Tom Cruise movie. My favorite Tom Cruise movie is Collateral. I haven't watched too many Tom Cruise movies, to be honest. Not as much as probably your average person. What can I recall? I think I didn't even watch that many Mission Impossible movies. I think I've only ever watched the third one. I just remember Simon Pegg was in it. I don't know. I don't know if he came in later in that series or if he's always been in that series. Yeah, Minority Report might be my second favorite Tom Cruise movie. I never saw the Show Me the Money movie. I don't even remember the name of it. Oh yeah, and he was Wes Grossman in Tropic Thunder, but that's not really his movie. He played a minor character in that movie. But he was funny. He was really funny in that. Because Tom Cruise is kind of insane. So that was like the perfect character for him. But funny enough, I don't know if that was the first character he played that was an antagonist, but the reason why I think his best movie is Collateral is I don't think anyone really realized just how much of a psychopath he can play really well, and him playing an assassin I think was like perfect for him. I forget, where was that? I haven't seen Top Gun. I never really cared to. Which is funny because I love the show Archer, and he references that. Well, does he reference... I think they reference Top Gun in the show, but I don't think that's really... He's known for... his infatuation with Burt Reynolds, Sterling Archer, mainly, which I don't think he was in Top Gun. Maybe he was, I don't know, because I never saw the movie. He references the song Danger Zone a lot. Yeah, that he also likes Kenny Loggins. Now I definitely need more health. Oh yeah, I left the armor here. Technically I don't need it because it's right here. He does not like I thought he liked... He had Kenny Loggins perform for Lana, though. for her baby shower. I remember that episode. It's like the one show that I've actually... I didn't watch... I watched some of the seasons after... I think I watched the season immediately after he comes out of the coma. I think there might be one other season after that. Yeah, I should have played it on this difficulty. When I played it through it the first time. Cause I feel like with the new movement on Doom Guy, it just generally makes this easier. So having new movement on the monsters makes it more in line. Yeah, that was also like a really good idea too. It's because both of the shows were... I always love it when shows, like, collab with each other like that. Kind of adds charm to both. I don't think there was any Bob's Burger episode, though, that references Archer, but I could be wrong. No, there's none within the general vicinity. I'm just grabbing it now. This is technically a 32-year-old game engine. Yeah, and it's still... I'd say it got life breathed into it much more, I'd say within like the last 5 years or so, even though it was already pretty lively, because indie devs are using it to make their own games with. Well, the source port, technically, but the engine's also there as well, because you need the engine to run the source port. Or you need the, yeah. You need the basic Doom engine that's contained within the source port. I don't know exactly how that works. I'm probably saying that wrong, but... yeah, without this 32-year-old game engine, we wouldn't have indie titles like Sulaco. Funny how build engines doesn't seem to have gotten the same love. I think it's probably a little harder to develop for. It does have Ion Fury, and I think... was there another game that used the build engine that I played? I forgot. Ion Fury is really the only one that took advantage of the build engine. And even then, Shelly's kind of, like, indirectly related to, Duke Nukem, so... it made sense to make one with her. Oh, I guess you could use that for down there, but I don't need to. Yeah, if most indie shooters aren't using classic engines, though, that they're probably using Unity. Which Sin stuff on the Half-Life 2 engine has succeeded. It is surprising at how many lack of games have been on the Source engine. I thought there would be way more games that would be developing with that engine in particular after Half-Life 2. The only reason I can think of that wasn't the case is that Unreal Engine always dominated. Because it's probably more versatile for developers in general. Source Engine, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it was harder to develop games that aren't first-person shooters. And that might be why not a lot of people used it. Or not a lot of devs used it. Oh god. Okay, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a pain elemental here on UV slash watch me die. So I think Doomslayer difficulty added him here. Another one. What you said about Source Engine reminds me of how EA had BioWare and make Mass Effect and Andromeda on Frostbite. Sad that I think in Mass Effect FPS would it... yeah, and, if they did like a AA game, like they could have just done one with a linear story to kind of like enhance the universe of it. I would love if devs did that more often. That's one thing that I always, like, said. That would be, like... I feel like that would be an amazing game plan to kind of, like, expand your universe. If you want to make, like, an expanded universe for, like, a game series. When you're waiting for, like, the huge game, open world game, or whatever you want to make it, the biggest one in the series that, like, just blows everyone out of the water, your big, ambitious title, you should get... other granted, make sure you vet them, that they're good, experienced enough devs to where they're capable of pulling off the game that you want, while you're waiting for that big game that takes a very long time to get to make. While you're having your main dev team do that, like, commission a smaller dev team that's proficient at, like, something like, say, like a first-person shoot, like a boomer shooter or something like that. Or maybe even, like, an action platformer. Have them make an expanded universe, talk about a separate character in the series. Oh my god, the cap chat freaked out. Just make, like, a smaller game that kind of expands the universe. And just see how it goes. See if people... I mean, that can kind of be a gamble at the same time, because, like, what if the game sucks? Then it might make, like, the universe worse in that regard, but I feel like that's a good risk to take. Regardless, because if it's even... if it's like a AA game, it's not as big, and you just kind of make that known as, oh, well, we wanted to make this title because we wanted to expand the universe more, make you fall in love with it even more, while you're waiting for the big one to come out. And if it doesn't do so hot, but people have that understanding, then it's like, well, you tried something. You tried it, it didn't work out, but that's not a big deal, because the big one's gonna be good. I don't know why they don't do that more often, because that seems like $1 million idea. And it's good for the consumer, because it's like, you could charge less for it. Like, you have the big $70 AAA title, but then you could have, like, these several releases that you could charge, like, 40 or 50 bucks for. And they're like 10 to 12 hour games at most. But they're just fun little things that expand on the universe. You know what kind of did that was like Halo Wars for the Halo series. They kind of did that somewhat with those titles, because they were RTS games that they tried to make for console. I just realized. Oh no, wait, never mind. It's still changed. Yeah, they used to, and honestly, they used to do that, not exactly how I said, but they used to kind of do that back in, like, the the PlayStation, the PS2, PS3, Xbox, Xbox 360 era. Maybe that era just kind of died because the indie market kind of grew. So, like, major publishers didn't really see the point because they would be competing with indie titles. I don't know. I think that's flawed logic, actually. I don't think that's what it is. But I'm just batting ideas around my head as to why that era kind of died. Holy crap, they're zip zooming around. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish that on my own time. I probably would have continued it if I didn't take the weekend off. I liked what I played. I haven't really played it since I streamed it, because I've been kind of busy with other things. Oh yeah, I wonder if did I finish my thought about, like, what I was thinking about doing in terms of, like, the streams going forward? I don't think I did. I started that conversation and I think I got distracted, but... I'm contemplating maybe concentrating less on variety and maybe getting back to Doom. And either focusing on mods or maybe challenge runs, I don't know. But I'm not sure if... Like, I really want to stream, like, retro shooters, but I'm... like, the retro-style shooters, like... Brazilian Drug Dealer 3, I've been meaning to get to. But again, I just don't have... I haven't had the time lately, and I keep delaying things. But I kind of want to be a little more, like, focused. Rather than keep jumping around like I've been. That way, if I want to get through a game, I don't have to, like, hold off on eventually streaming it. So I wonder... I didn't want to do that. I want to see if I can get more health. I guess that's good enough. I need that as well. Yeah, this many chain gunners. There are not this many in. So on for anyone that doesn't know, if you're playing regular PlayStation Doom, they do in fact not only add the super shotgun, but they add the they add the occasional Doom 2 enemies to the first Doom levels. I think the only two that they add, though, are the chain gunners and the pain elementals, but they do not add them this frequently. This is Doomslayer difficulty, I think that's adding more of them. And eventually, I think we will see the Nightmare Spectre, because, I don't know if we'll see the Nightmare Imp, because I don't think they added the Nightmare Imp in PlayStation Doom CE. So I don't think we'll be seeing it even with the Doom 64 coat of paint, but you never know. I don't think it alters the gameplay at all. I think it's just an aesthetic thing. Yeah, there is. Now, if you wanted to play the classic Doom levels, like, without, like, the PlayStation Doom, layout, there is a Doom 64 aesthetic mod that you can use called Unseen Evil, which I've actually played on stream before. Highly recommend that one, too. The Chain Gunner sprites were originally featured in that. Doom 64 CE originally had a different, Chain Gunner sprite that I didn't like as much. But Unseen Evil had a better one. And I guess, the CE devs agreed. Because now they're using it. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if if they're shared devs between the two projects. Oh, Doom 64 has its own fan Discord, and I think both of the mods are in there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they've at least talked. I didn't mind that Chain Gunner sprite, it just didn't really fit the aesthetic, like the one that they're using now does. I never realized you can hear them walking. Oh, really? I have 100 rockets. Oh, here's some more specters. Those are not the Nightmare Specters. Ah, right. Yeah, even on Doomslayer difficulty, I have died. But even on this difficulty, because I know these level layouts so well, not particularly difficult for me. Yeah, remember these, some of these levels have, like, cut segments. Because that's how PlayStation Doom CE was. Definitely have not played this game before. Nope. I am brand new. What's Doom? I'm just naturally good at first-person shooters. What can I say? I pick them up for the first time and I play them. And I just win. Child prodigy. Even though I'm not a child. I feel dirty. Oh god. This is bad. This is bad. Am I gonna prove to everyone that I'm an esports gamer now? Imagine if Doom was new around the time that esports was... Actually, no, esports was still kind of a thing. Not... Well, it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't, like, kind of official and hyped like it is now. Is it even hyped? I never hear about it, but I never really pay attention to it anyway, so... Fuck. I couldn't not pick that up. Man, they really reduced the size of this part, didn't they? I was like, really? I was like thinking to myself, really? That's it? The thing with this chain gun in particular, I feel like the Doom 64 chain gun, it makes you feel a little more like a Terminator than how classic Doom's aesthetic is. Because it's so much bigger. You know, to add on to that too, Unseen Evil has it so that... I was actually going to mention this earlier. If you play Doom 64 Unseen Evil, it actually makes the regular shotgun into a lever action shotgun. Which someone told me that was actually their original intention, probably when they were going to add animations for it. I've never been able to confirm if that's true. That's just what someone told me. Like, I've never seen an interview or anything like that from any of the Doom 64 devs that said that the shotgun was intended to be lever action. You know, Doom 64. That being said, though, I wasn't into it at first, but the more that I was playing that mod, and the more I saw the animation, the more I started to like it. And now I almost wish they carried that over to this. But I still like the animation for this. I like that it has an animation at all. I think we did see some Nightmare Specters. Because these ones... Those ones are clear, but the we saw some green ones earlier that took like 4 shots, so... I think those ones were the Nightmare Specters. We're flying through these. Like that one. That one's a Nightmare Spectre. Takes a lot longer to kill on top of it. Holy bullet hell. Now, I don't think you can use Unseen Evil to do this with PlayStation Doom CE. I think that's why they made the mod for this aesthetic in the first place, because it's not compatible with it. Or something like Unseen Evil is not compatible with PlayStation Doom CE. It's mainly because Unseen Evil was made with Vanilla Doom in mind. So you try and add any additional modifications to your whole package, you're gonna... it's not gonna mesh so well. Holy shit. Oh wait, I was wrong earlier. There's a Revenant in this level. Well, if you're playing on UV anyway. There's probably more Revenants in on a Doomslayer difficulty. Oh yeah, there he is. It actually has a limit on it. Wait, did I kill him? I killed him. That's not the same Revenant either. So I'm assuming... so there is going to be more than one Revenant on this level. Unlike in UV difficulty. I have to come back here too, because I have to lower that. I had a feeling that was going to happen, and that's exactly why I saved. Hell yeah. I have to find my way back there, though. I think this is open now, too. Yep. However, it's a chainsaw. I already have one. I have no use for that. I think I can get the last secret now, too. Or maybe not until I go... Not until I get the blue key, right? Which is literally behind the red key. Wow, he survived that. Maybe that was the Revenant. I guess there is only one Revenant in this level. He must have just been able to spot me sooner, I don't know. Purple? Oh wait, no, there we are. That's the default Revenant. Was it purple in PlayStation Doom? I don't remember it being so purple in this hallway. Only 3 enemies left, and I don't know where they are. They may not even be here. Oh, they were here. I don't know why, but that looked fun. I just killed 17 enemies in like 1 second. The only secret in the level? Yeah, that part's even more intense for the sole fact that the pinkies move so much faster. Where do I go? Do I go back down? I can't go back down. I forget what I do. What do I do here? Did I glitch it out or something? Did I kill them too fast? Oh, there we go. I don't think I'm supposed to go back. I don't know what to do. This area opens up, I think, because of what the computer area map is showing, but... I feel like it was supposed to open up after I killed... after I killed the Barons, but maybe I killed them too fast. Hold on. See what I did. Maybe I'm I'm likely overlooking something, but hold on. Check my... Is this the same? Yeah, it is. Check my VOD. Let's see if this is a little bit better. Also, if it's one thing that I noticed, they did change how the chain gun works. The chain gun works like it does in Doom 64. Is it fires as fast as it does there. In OG, you can go around like the rocket launcher fires more slow. So the Doom 64 aesthetic mod actually does change more than it lets on. I'm not gonna do much, but I know how to deal with them. Unless it's the difficulty that does that, I don't know. I remember when I used to find them hard on Hurt Me Plenty. Oh, those years back. Still fun though. Yeah, the front was supposed to come down automatically, I think. And it might have glitched out. Because I went in here. I went in here and that opened. But it didn't open this time. see if I do the fight again. It didn't open again. Yeah, this area right here is supposed to open and it doesn't. And it opened when I went through here. Like, I don't actually hit anything. I'm supposed to walk over this into the middle. And it's supposed to open up the top of the star. And it doesn't. So that might be a bug with the new version of this. Because this is the latest version of PlayStation Doom CE that I'm using. Along with the latest version of PlayStation Doom 64 CE. So I don't know if this is a known bug. I don't know if it's because of the other mod that I'm using with this that's causing it, or if this happens with just PlayStation Doom CE. So I think, unfortunately, because that's kind of bugged out, I think I'm gonna have to no-clip through that to progress. Yeah, because I don't think, like, I beat every enemy. It says there's 2 enemies left on the map. They're probably who I fight at the very end. Well, that's unfortunate. That leads back up here. Yeah, I don't know why that's not opening up. Because again, I checked my VOD the last time I played this. It doesn't open up when you kill the Barons. It opens up when you go inside there, or at least that's what it seems like. But I did both, and neither caused this to open up, so... I don't know why that bugged out. Maybe it's not a bug and I'm missing something, I don't know, but from my old footage of this level, it seems like I did everything that I needed to do to get the door to open, to get the wall to open up. And for some reason it just doesn't. So maybe that's a bug. Which, that's very unfortunate. Demos anomaly. So this is the same thing we've always read. I love how the sky looks with this mod. Hopefully we don't continue to run into problems like that, though. I don't think we get the blue key that early. Oh, I was wrong. I guess you do... I would say I don't ever remember seeing an Arachnotron in the Doom 1 levels, but... that could be wrong too at this point. Then again, this is Doomslayer difficulty, so, I'm not sure if they were added there on UV... or Watch Me Die. I think I want to go in that other one again first. I already have 600 rounds for this. Probably because of all the backpacks I got. Don't you just love that sound? I should just use the plasma rifle all the time because of that sound. Fortunately, it's not practical for this part. Are the arc files in this? I honestly don't remember. And I'm playing on a harder difficulty than I was last time I played this, so for all I know, they could have added at least one arc file to the original Doom levels. I mean, the arc files in Doom 2, PlayStation Doom 2. Wait, no, they aren't. That's right, the arc file wasn't in... The arc file wasn't in the original Doom 2. I almost forgot about that. Because I just... I was just reminded. I just reminded myself. It was supposed to be in Classic Doom, but I don't think they had enough room to put him in there. So, Aubrey Hodges made sound effects for him, but they were never used. So, when he released them uncompressed. And I added it to my sound effect, the sound effect WAD that I have. The funny thing is, though, the CE series, they might have added him back in on Doomslayer difficulty. I don't think they did on Watch Me Die, because I think, well, Watch Me Die / Ultraviolence. Because that's still default, like, layout enemies. But for all I know, the Arc Vial might actually be in Classic Doom on this difficulty. I know this sounds strange, but I hope they did do that. Just because I hate fighting the Arc Vial doesn't necessarily mean I don't want to see him at all. And I want him deleted. Well, there's a Revenant. The sound effects that CE uses for the Arc Vial as well are I actually really like. You know what I would like? Solely because it would be cool. I don't think this would ever happen. I would like to have, like, a physical copy of, like, the Doom 64 soundtrack autographed by Aubrey Hodges. I don't think he really makes any public appearances. That's the main reason why I think that doesn't really happen. As far as I know, at this point, he's probably retired. Like, I don't know if he's done any projects recently. Or made any music recently. 'Cause I know he has a Bandcamp. And I just like nerding out about him because it's nostalgia, mostly. Plus, he did again, he did a really good job. I always wished that Doom took on a more horror aesthetic than it actually did. Granted, if you were a kid and you were playing this, it was still scary as sin, but PlayStation Doom and Doom 64 had way more of a horror aesthetic than, Classic Doom actually did. Overtly so. It wasn't so overt. Because it was more, yeah, action movie. Whereas PlayStation Doom and Doom 64 and then Doom 3, I feel like they got into their, like, Aliens roots a wee bit more with those games. I've been here already, dumbass. It's here I wanted to go. Hey, Evil Mario Bot. Doom 64 graphics just pushes my happy buttons. Yep. You know, I actually almost forgot, and I almost contemplated just still playing with the classic graphics. But I remembered that this existed as an add-on for PlayStation Doom CE. And I figured, hey, you know what? It's Halloween season. And I like this aesthetic a lot. God, it does kind of throw me off, though, when, like, an entire chunk of the stage was taken out of some of these levels. Because I played the classic version so many times. Like, this whole section right here, completely cut out. Yeah. Yeah, the Doom 64 aesthetic. It's basically... It's actually not even a one-for-one play Doom 64 CE on top of PS1 Doom. They still make some changes to this add-on. Like, this is noticeably flatter. I don't know if the chain gun's the same way, too, but... I didn't notice how cool this actually looked. With, like, the neon flooring. I love the fact that those are particle-based and not sprite-based. Yeah, holy crap, this level was so cut. It's another 100%. I probably could do, 'cause I'm flying through this, and I still got, like, 50 minutes left, 40 minutes left. I love it. All those bullets spent on trying to kill the Cacto demons, and then there's just one little zombie man that shows up late. They fixed the flashbang glitch before the blood effect in this mod, or was it a different mod that had that problem? I don't remember. I don't remember if that was a thing in CE. I haven't played this since last year, so... And even then, I didn't play PlayStation Doom CE. It was only Doom 64 CE. Could have also been Unseen Evil. Which, I should really do Doom 64 with that mod. Or Doom 64. I should really do Doom 2 with that mod. At some point. They play the entirety of Doom 1 with it. I'll have to remember that's there. Oh, hey, how about that? I don't know if they put the Unmaker. I don't think they put the Unmaker in this mod. I just remember the flash of inverted color when you hit the level end trigger. Oh, no, that's actually not in it. Well, that answers my question. I wasn't sure if they added arachnotrons in Classic Doom. Again, I'm not 100% sure. If that one was here, probably. If he was here on a UV difficulty. He might just be here for the special difficulty, I don't exactly remember. Well, the again, this is more of an aesthetic. They do change a few things outside of aesthetics, but... I'm not expecting the Unmaker to be added in. And even if it was, it would have to appear randomly. And it would either have to be fully upgraded, or they would have to figure out some way to put the demon keys in. They would either have to do it like how Metadoom does it, or they would have to do it to where the demon keys will randomly show up in places where, the BFG is supposed to spawn. Well, the super shotgun is actually in Classic Doom on PlayStation Doom CE. Which I haven't found it yet. I don't know when I find it. I know it's added in Classic Doom, I just don't know when you actually get it. Because other than one level, I think I found secrets in every single level so far. All the secrets in every single level so far. Do have the blue key. With a purposeful mod into Doom 64 style, it put the Unmaker and Demon keys as exclusive to the secret levels. You would actually have to change out the level format. If this wasn't an additional mod, then I could see that being a thing. But I'm not sure if that would be too difficult to program for an extension rather than the mod itself working that way. But I'm not entirely sure how it works, so maybe that is possible with just an extension. Not entirely. It did change how the chain gun works. And it actually also changed how the plasma gun works, because they work how they work in Doom 64 CE. Because the chain gun in PlayStation Doom CE fires slower than it does in Doom 64 CE. And like this fires slower, but the damage is better. Although I think in PlayStation Doom, I think it fires at the same rate, but I'm not 100%. I'm only 90% sure about that. I'm wondering what secrets I'm missing. Oh. Yeah, pretty much. And I know Ultra Nightmare... This is basically Ultra Nightmare difficulty. They just renamed it to the Doom 64 aesthetic. But it functions in the exact same way. That was the 5th one, alright. So I got all the... I just wanted to make sure I actually got all the secrets. It would be kind of cool if they did somehow implement the Unmaker into the squad, but I highly doubt it. Nah, I don't blame you. It makes me wonder, how did you like its implementation in Doom Eternal? It has its uses, but it's generally weaker than a BFG, unlike in Doom 64, where it's actually stronger than a BFG. Like the fact that they even acknowledged the Doom 64's existence in New Doom. Never played it, the new games didn't really gel with me. Ah, I get you. I like them all. Even Doom Eternal, even though it's my least favorite of the 3. Again, just because it's my least favorite doesn't mean that I don't like it. There isn't really a link. Other than, the only thing that they really connect between Classic Doom and Modern Doom is that it's the same main character. Doomslayer is Doom Guy from the classic games. They've also established that Doom 3 Guy is a completely different, Marine. So, especially since Doomslayer cannot use the Soul Cube. Although that was more of a... I don't know if it's because the Soul Cube is the... Gameplay-wise, it was just an Easter egg prop, but I'm assuming that only one person could use the Soul Cube, and that was the guy from Doom 3. I mean, it would be cool if they ever did bring the Doom 3 guy back. I always maintain that either Doom or Quake would do really well to have, like, a survival horror, FPS. They could do it either with Doom 3 guy continuing from where he left off, maybe he gets found similar to how Doomslayer ends up getting found. Maybe not hopping universes, but it's just that they find like a different dev team to do like a more survival horror based Doom. Or they could do that with Quake, because they haven't really been doing anything with Quake. Other than, you know, remastering the classics. And that's mainly Night Dive's doing. I think a lot of these textures are probably also borrowed from Unseen Evil. I wouldn't be so... again, it feels like more and more I'm thinking there's probably overlap between the two modding teams. I do feel bad that they're getting blamed for, blood refreshed supply. Still having a price tag on a PC. Because again, I feel like that's not their doing. I feel like if they fully had their way, they would make it just a free update on PC. But Warner Brothers owns the license. And I think they were the ones that wanted to charge for it. Knowing Warner Brothers, that seems like something that they would do. I forget how you open this. I think it's... Isn't it a line def? Might be different in... Nope. It was a line def. I just didn't hear it. Actually... I wanted to use that at least once. Yeah, I don't even think it was Atari. That's the thing, I don't think it's Atari either. So yeah, I think that's misplaced too, because Night Dive have done like several projects while under Atari. And they've mainly maintained their See, I think a lot of the people that are blaming them don't understand how Warner Brothers works. They've done this shit before. They monetize the fuck out of things. I wouldn't necessarily say they're entirely responsible for Hitman's monetization. I think that's shared all around. Square Enix was very money grubbing. They published Hitman 1. Warner Brothers published Hitman 2, but IOI self-published Hitman 3. And they still have ass backwards monetization, so that's a mistake from everyone in that department. But Warner Brothers, let's just say Warner Brothers, I think they patented the Nemesis system from Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, I think the game was called, so that no one else could use that system. So again, Warner Brothers kind of has a history of being money-grubbing assholes, so I would place the blame on them first before anybody else. Atari doesn't really seem to... I don't know if they've had a history of bad monetization practices, but like I said, for the most part, Night Dive's done stuff since they've been bought out by Atari, and Atari has mainly left them to their own devices. Like, they haven't really seemed to be interfering at all. So I don't get the sense that they're the ones that are responsible for that. I could be wrong, but I just get that feeling. I would blame the publisher that has the most history with that, and that's Warner Brothers. Yeah, pinkies are like stupid fast, so I'm not surprised he jukes my BFG blast. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, that's why I was looking at a supercharge. Oh yeah, Kako, I don't know if you were here, but I ran into a soft lock on map 8. I don't know exactly what caused it, but the top of the star didn't open up. The wall didn't open up when it should have. It was an easy fix, I just had to no-clip through it. East Yars Rising was the most fun I had with Metroidvania of late. That wasn't Metroid or Vania. I actually haven't even heard of that game. Should go back and play those one of these days, like all the old Atari games. I don't know if my old 2600 still works. I couldn't really stream that anyway, but I'd probably just find, like, a collection. There's probably, I think there's a Steam collection, actually. Dorkable. I haven't heard that term in a long time. Yeah, you know what's funny? I remember when I was a kid and one of my cousins came over and he showed me how you could reset the score after hitting the max score in Space Invaders. I'm missing 2 secrets. I don't remember what they are. I don't think that's important, though. This is not where the secret exit is, anyway. I don't think so. I could probably finish one more level. Holy shit, this one is dark. Yeah, this is the level with the secret exit. I definitely know that. It's the one with the lost souls. Yeah, it's the thing. The chainsaw in this difficulty is still kind of hazardous to use against the pinkies because they move so fast. Wonder if the secret exit from PC is here. Probably would reinstate such a thing while keeping the spawning vat secret exit intact. So there's 2 secret exits in this level? Secret exit here while the one in spawning vats is still around. Wait, was spawning in vats the last level? No. I'm piss poor at remembering level names. Oh god. Is what is normally E2M7. Got a texture makeover between PC and console from tech-based to Gothic Complex. I don't know where he came from. Holy shit. Sometimes you don't expect how fast those are gonna travel. Come on up here, you little shit. There. I don't think this is a secret. It's just if you fall down. I don't want to get that yet. number 2. Feisty little assholes. You know, map 15 in Amalgam, the map played with the killer marble face thing. This map used much more in it, with the addition of shutting them off to make it safer. I do feel bad that I couldn't really properly experience the final map for that. I did technically finish it, but I do feel like at some point I want to play that again vanilla, because I like that map pack. So the one with the Lost Souls is not implemented, it's actually the other one. The simple walk up the stairwell to a switch that self-destructed the icon of Sandy. Yeah, that one I kind of missed. I would have done that, it's just that I was in a rush. I needed to stop very, very soon. So I really couldn't do the map proper. And I've been very pressed for time lately. Seen United Virus X play Amalgam with Unseen Evil. That's another good idea I could do. Because that's much more vanilla. But again, like... Actually, I think someone mentioned that when I was playing Amalgam. I would have to change the music. And how the music's implemented in Amalgam is really well that I wouldn't want to turn off the music, but it just would not fit well with the Doom 64 aesthetic. Honestly, they wouldn't sound much different, I think, because they're also atmospheric. Plus, I think PlayStation Doom That freaked me the fuck out. My lights flickered and the battery backup on my surge protector just activated. Still have power though, my light's on in my room. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I think I should stop right here. I don't know why that happened. And it might happen again, so yeah, I think I'm gonna stop for tonight. That's gonna be it for this. It's 9 o'clock anyway, so. Okay, good. My, the battery backup's off, so we do have power. But again, I don't know why that happened. Hey, Amorpher. I've been lurking. Thanks for some Spooky Doom. Did you see the thing that happened earlier? In map 8? The it was around where, you know, the top of the star was. It's the doors didn't open up after I killed the Barons of Hell. I could even, like, highlight that one if you want, because I'm not sure if I did something wrong or if it was because maybe I glitched something out. I don't know, or it could have been because the front part of the star didn't lower. Yeah, it didn't. After I killed the Barons, I also ran into that room like I did in my previous playthrough, and it opened in my previous playthrough. But it didn't open here for some reason. Wish Malakiko was still around to fix it. But yeah, I pointed out when it happened. Alright, yeah, I definitely gotta go. So that's it for this for tonight. I did just save. I already know I just saved. You know what I forgot to do, though? I forgot to do the, I forgot, on the 3-hour streams, I was going to, take a break midway through again to play more ads, but it's not a big deal. Can't turn back time. So I think I don't think there's anything keeping me from streaming on Wednesday or potentially the weekend. But Saturday is just gonna be a 3-hour stream. Because I'm picking up some extra time at work. And also Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I won't be able to stream because I have to go in for training. Again, this month, I'm not doing my traditional Month of Horrors format. If I can get to some horror games after I play through this, then I'll try my best. But the Month of Horrors, as I typically like to do it, is pretty much not happening this year. And it's unfortunate timing. But, again, I appreciate y'all being here. I will also try my best to, be in good enough spirits to stream as much as I can. Since I enjoy doing this. If I wasn't able to set this up as fast as I could, because I had to deal with something earlier today that almost kept me from even setting it up, thankfully it was pretty fast. I was gonna do Mega Bonk instead, and just explain what I was going to do for the rest of the month, but, thankfully I got it set up in time, so. But yeah, again, it's weird. Again, I appreciate all the love I got earlier, the bits, the subs. It's something you don't have to do, but I always appreciate it all the same. And, yeah, hopefully I can continue with more of this relatively uninterrupted. And I hope you all have a good night. Take care. I will most likely be back Wednesday. Have a good night, y'all.